Tarumbeta italia katika anga.
Like this. That is how the trumpet will sound.
This past week kuna video fulani ile Robo shared with me at 5 a.m. Ilikuwa ni video ya Mario na Ipei. Yeah, tunashindwa ni gani tena hizi.
Naked
Let's take the naked truth. Alafu apart from that, saizi as we shoot this podcast, the breaking news ni kuna DJ fulani to Brownskin. I don't know if you remember. There was a scandal. DJ Brownskin has been acquitted. So imesema hakuna enough evidence, but something interesting mulisema ile everything is treated as content. So sijui kama nakumbuka story ya Brownskin what happened where the wife was threatening him
Yes.
that she'd commit suicide and the thing that he did is he started recording. Acheki. So maybe tunaanza na hiyo because we are talking about content creation and how everything becomes content. What do you see? Because I don't think him is a Gen Z. He's a millennial, sindio? So how much tukianza tu na hiyo even from just an ethical point mkisikia amekuwa acquitted what comes to mind? Because he's been acquitted wamesema there is no enough evidence.
Sinile zile noma ile time ya COVID.
Yes.
Yeah. Like okay, the story is there's a woman who's allegedly the wife who passed after consuming a poisonous drink.
She was suicidal, yes.
Yes. And she was in the presence of the so-called DJ Brownskin. And he didn't do anything. But for me, I think that's involuntary.
Actually, he was recording.
He was recording.
Ilikuwa recording ama ilikuwa
Alikuwa
kamera
ya phone
ya keja.
Because them alikuwa namthreaten afanya hivi. Afu anamwambia wewe fanya.
And I'm sure maybe in the space of law there's if you can be able to avoid something and you choose not to, I think does the law actually
You could stop.
Yes,
if you're able to stop.
If you're able to stop. When it's an involuntary manslaughter.
Yes. So wacha nisome news article. So the news article ya saizi court clears DJ Brownskin of a wife's viral suicide video. Ikakonia DJ charged with failing to prevent his wife from committing suicide 4 years ago in a city estate has been cleared of any wrongdoing in her death, acquitting Brownskin. Milimani, local senior principal magistrate, said he had no premeditated intention. Ikakwani, the magistrate ruled that the prosecution had not presented any evidence to prove that DJ Brownskin had played any role in aiding his wife, Sharon Njeri Mwangi, to take her own life. So I think basically it becomes more of, now we know legally there's no culpability if you don't stop someone.
No.
Yes? Ama, what do we get from this?
Legal kwangu itakuwa bit tricky, but kitu mimi najua sahi laws za suicide zimebadilishwa. Hata sasa ukishikwa ukiattempt suicide boy mwenyewe haupelekwi upelekwe police station. Unachukuliwa unapelekwa mental institution. Mali utangaliwa na psychologist na psychiatrist. Hata ule una lawly change say ni death by suicide. Unlike before mali ilikuwa ni a criminal offense. Say treated kama criminal offense. Say just treated as a health
it's a mental health issue.
Na ndio hata tutakujia hiyo story ya mental health because muli mention na majenzi. So ni poa mwafa ameleta pia issue so itatai kwa hiyo poa sana.
Kuzungotaka tuangalie hii story because number one, the first thing that happened was wife wako amekuthreaten anaenda kujiua. The first thing unadu ni kuhakisha kamera. So we have to look at that. Was he making content or was he trying to prove that he's innocent according to nyinyi?
But also it's a moral question. Wewe ungefanya nini?
Sio nauliza. Tumetoka kusema everything is content, yes? Sasa nataka kuuliza nyinyi mnafikiriaje like na hii sasa si kama real analytics, hii ni kama tu raya ya kaya.
Basically it was more of a moral issue, but then the flip side is what would have happened if he did not record that video? And the woman was found dead. There's another one, not just this one. There's another one where there's the guy who fell from a staircase. Yes? And the lady I think was arrested and charged. But I think later acquitted because there was the video, I think the CCTV that captured the boy trying to run on the rails of the staircase.
Rails. Yes.
So sometimes basically what saved that lady is because it's the boy who did what he did. You can imagine if that video was not there. Because you see, when you are found in a crime scene, is that right? You will basically become a subject of investigation. But then I think for me, what the judgment tells us is that what is criminal is aiding somebody to commit suicide or die. What is not criminal is watching somebody who wants to die to die. That for me is what it says. If the husband had aided in that, had given him or her the instruments to commit suicide, then we will have said the husband basically aided, in which it becomes a criminal issue. And that's why we are saying in the era of AI and technology, our law enforcement agencies need to up their game. You just don't need to go and charge somebody because you feel like charging somebody. Because for me, probably if there was a charge, maybe is making the video viral, basically. Is that right? But in terms of, so that is the problem. The guy, for me, was charged, the charge sheet was wrong. Because if somebody wants to die, what happens if you wanted to go and stop them from dying and then they end up killing you? So the guy could have argued anything. Yeah. But what is criminal in the penal code is aiding somebody. And the judge rightfully said he did not aid.
There was no premeditation.
There was no, he did not plan to kill, he did not aid the wife in dying.
Okay.
So what happens is that you mentioned the issue of content creation. And content creation is a moral issue. You've seen Kenyans, there's a problem, somebody is being beaten, instead of them helping, they are creating content. For me, that is a moral issue. And I would really not want to go into moral issues, because defining and dealing with moral issues is really
so mi naweza sema hiyo, hata mimi naweza sema that's not morally right in any aspect of it, because manze hata kama umekosana na wife wako aje na ndio maybe mother ya watu hii, you can't watch them taking suicide and just be there recording. If it's a matter of protecting yourself, probably you want some evidence. After this, you would probably not post it then. Where can I kwa tenje yako? Right?
So I think that's like to the twist to the whole story. Do you know how the video leaked?
Okay. So
the video inakuwa very interesting.
It took a while.
Yes, it took a while because he posted this post when she died. He went on Instagram and posted, "Oh, my life will never be the same without you." You know, that really emotional shit. And everyone was there just pouring their love and what. Then much later, the video leaks. And the video leaked because alikuwa nakatia demu ingine. Kujua vile this Adam and Eve shit happens. So alikuwa nakatia demu ingine. And in his world, this is what I think, he felt like if he shares the video of how he didn't love his wife, this girl was going to be impressed. So he shared this with some girl. Udem, I think alikuwa States or some shit. Udem sasa ndi akaituma, I think White Go Barry or something. Because ili inaenda steps kadhaa kabla igo viral. But it's just one of those things where I remember looking at the post he'd done when she died and the reality behind the whole thing, the fact that he was in that room encouraging her.
There were children.
There were children.
There were kids. There were kids.
Like ilikuwa some bullshit. So I understand the legal thing and I understand how law ina work. What I don't understand is morally. If you own a club, how then do you invite this guy to DJ at your club? You understand? Like kuna ile morally, like I don't trust you. If this is the mother of your kid, and you can treat her like this, kwangu I'd have, because kuna sata kwa like haijalishi, but uni mother watoi wako kudinai watoi kuwa na mother, if you can avoid it.
Inajali mi kwangu inajali cause the best neza mwambie ni kama unataka kujiteke please endo ifanye tu mali ingine, si hapa, especially kwa watoi wako take watoi wako utoke, cause sasa angalia the chick ule take life yake mental issues, uja mana record mental issues, watoi mental issues na hizi vitu zita break sahi. Hii ni cycle itaendelea mpaka na watoi wao kuozo jamaa li expose alafu tena ikiingia online so akaexpose watoi kwa vitu watakuja kuonyeshwa hata in 10-15 years time. Kuna tu jamaa we mama yenyu ndio huyu unaona, so it's a cycle and the guy has to pay one way or another. Kuna kitu there's a way angepay na ule dem alikuwa namkatia pia huyu jamaa anakuambia ni aeleweki.
I think lazima tumpatie credit because she was like this some psycho shit.
Very true. Kuzukisha nayo kitu dem kama ulitreat wife yako hivi na watu hii mimi utanitreataje? So what DJ one or another there's a somehow angefa pay for it. Me says mwandika job definitely kuzo ni jamaa atakuja tu one siku moja pia mimi najitake maybe niko tu kuniambia please usijitake na pengine huo dem tu alikuwa ananitua mwambie something usijiwe. Jana kuna juzi kuna dem alikuwa na trend ule wa kupika somewhere Nakuru suli huo dem alieka kitu TikTok akaongea vile amefika end akasema mpaka vile sana atakakujiua. Mimi nilicomment tu hapo semi comment yangu ilimake but comment sema tu no one dies today. We tulia support itakama unaona. Sengine tu mtana need somebody someone mwambie kitu. Legend was my.
No mimi nasema if I have
some of the discussion points we had.
Your Brownskin. There's dark child.
Bora unaingilia Brownskin na dark child.
Kifanya show. Cheki. Sasa kifanya show bila nienda kuuliza Haron swali nika notice John niko na mbeumo. Niko na mbeumo na sijui.
Mbeumo iko goals for Manchester.
Bado kuna msaonesho sine lookalikes
Sasa ndio notice hiyo mbeumo.
That's why you
more that we also needed to we wanted to find out is how the youth navigate these tensions. You see what happened in that DJ case was a tension. So there are core tensions that we also established in the study. One is access versus overload, tradition versus innovation, and outrage versus impact. Those are tensions. For example, look at what we're doing, what we are dealing with, and then how do they overload us? Is that right? So for me, and that's why I'm saying mental health becomes a critical issue. So even that guy, probably there were tensions within him. And how then he navigates those tensions was what was important. And then that's why we're saying, for me, it's a moral question.
Yes,
and he failed in his moral responsibility. Because as a father, actually not as a father, as a parent, he needed to protect his children. And he failed to protect his children. That is a moral question. And I agree with you. If I had a club, I wouldn't call him to my club because he failed that moral question. And sometimes the issues that we deal with in life are not, we should not always define them as criminal because then we lose the point. They are questions that are very moral. Was it morally right to do what happened? So for me, and this is also something that these Gen Zs also navigate. There is access to the digital platform. And it's good you mentioned content creation. And some of them use the digital platform to create content. But then the question is, do they sometimes get overloaded? Of course they do. How then do they navigate the overload? And you've look at suicidal stories in the US and the first world countries. Most of them are celebrities committing suicide. And some of them even start consuming drugs. Why? Because that being a celebrity brings in attention. How to deal with being a celebrity becomes a problem. So if you're not able to navigate these tensions of still being you and dealing with maybe people seeing you online naked, people seeing your life doing this. So those are the tensions. And in as much as these tensions are now being prevalent with Gen Zs, we are not saying they are isolated with Gen Zs. Maybe they started with our generation, but now they are becoming more prevalent because now this generation, it's now their lived reality. So we cannot say that with us millennials, they didn't affect us. Yes, we still faced them. But then because we came in when the internet was not there, nobody will record because we cannot establish how many people watched their wives or their husbands die. The only thing that happened is that this one, because of the internet and everything, we are able to see. Just like now you talked about the leaked video of that other lady. Probably, maybe that is what we saw. But then the question should be, how many of such incidences happen in these clubs? Because you could see there were people watching things happening. So what we saw was what was recorded. For it to be recorded to come out, it means this is something that is happening. The question should be, how many of such incidences have happened and how many times have we let them go? So there is rage now because it's on social media. But then for it to happen, it means we have condoned it to the extent that for that club, because in that club there were people, there were bouncers who could see what was happening and they could easily come and say, no, not in this club. But did they do that? They didn't do that. So for me, it's only that the internet is exposing certain things that probably were swept under the carpet. But now because of the internet, we can see if the guy had not dated that other lady, this incident would have gone unnoticed.
Yeah, because he's good at his shit. Because I had to go and look for how he did the eulogy. So eulogy ilikuwa ni many questions ran through my mind with no answers. Anyway, God knows best. Okay, he was there when she was dying. Then akaendelea, she was not only my wife and mother of my 2 children, she was also a cheerful, friendly person and made many friends as we can all witness today. She has inspired me in ways that I cannot explain. I've lost a worthy soulmate and I have nothing but memories of our nearly 7 years of life together. As I promised, I'll take care of our 2 children. They are proof of our love and life together. I devote my life to them. Though I cannot fill the gap you left, I'll try and narrow it down. Farewell, my love. Then the freaking video comes up.
Cheerful person and you cheer her to the next life.
Inanikumbusha South Africa. Ulikuwa South Africa last year, nakumbuka kikula tu mapapa hapo na chakalaka. Mwafu alikuja juu hata kizungu. Siri wakumbuka hiyo ni vile alikutana na hapo takakutana na ile mob ilikuwa imeenda kuchukua baba. Ikabidi ajue kilugha. So South Africa kuna burial fulani hizo mafuneral watu wanaongea. Madam hapo the wife amepatia na eulogy. Amego deep, watu wanalia. Imegusa watu. Kidogo sister the deceased amekama anaanza kuongea. Akamwambia wewe acha. Wewe si ulikuwa unaleta wanaume kwa nyumba kaa jamaa yuko alive ndo analeta. War ilianzia hapo.
Nadhani nilichekio video.
So unaona hizi vitu saa zingine vitu watu wanasema na vitu reality. Hata ya udemi ya Mwafu juzi. Hata nimesikia Mwafu akiambia Ian amtafuta nitwaje udemi huyo.
Bila ngoza wewe.
Musiri amekuwa kiali steady akaanza kumtafuta. Sio akidwa Mwafu sio ulimuona uka steady
ni zizi kitu moja tu yangu.
Hakuna
kitu moja nimekuwa nikipromise watu you can take this to the bank. Staishi kwa ina ngono scandal. That's never going to happen.
Ngono scandal utapatikana Mwafu. Juu hatujaona.
But skule
zitatokea. I don't do that shit.
Zitatokea line mingi.
Sikiza uje unanipoteza jo. Mimi saizi nikaa ni kama saved Gen Z. I'm not interested. I'm just